Hi there, this is Vishnu Mohan Kariyedith. I'm a data analytics student at National College of Ireland. I will be presenting my data warehouse implementation for Ajmal Perfumes sales in the United Arab Emirates as a part of my data warehousing and business intelligence module. For the implementation of this project, I will be relying on 5 sources of data, 3 of which are structured and 2 are unstructured. The first one of the unstructured data was web scraped from Ajmal Perfume's web portal. It's the location information that I was able to extract with the help of a Google Chrome plugin. My fifth and final source of data will be from Twitter. From Twitter, I have fetched tweets with related handles and will be conducting a sentiment analysis on the fetched tweets. In order to facilitate this extraction of data from Twitter, I have used the Twitter API combined with an RStudio. This is the R code that I will be using to carry out my extraction of data from Twitter. It connects to Twitter with the help of a Twitter API. The code is capable of carrying out sentiment analysis by scanning each tweet as it comes in and then counting all the positive and negative words. As you can see, the code has run successfully and we have the results in the form of a comma-separated file. I have done sentiment analysis on 2 parameters, one on a few related Twitter handles. The other was done with handle perfumes over different days of the week. The final results have been applied into my business case study. In designing the database, I have made use of SQL Server Management Services tool. I've created a server and connected to it. The database for this project is created inside my SQL Server and all the required tables have been defined. These are all the tables. As you can see, I'm following a star schema for building my data warehouse, where my fact table is in the center with all the dimension tables placed around it. The extract, transform, and load phase has been implemented by making use of the SQL Server integration tool. This is the design of my control flow. It is here that my dimensions and fact tables will get populated. As you can see, the ETL process has been executed successfully. The required data has been populated into their respective tables. This is the data flow for my fact table. Now we will go into the SQL Server Management Studio and check whether the data has reached its destination or not. Yes, the data has indeed populated the tables appropriately. After a successful ETL process, I can move on to deploying the cube. This will be done in the SQL Server Integration Services tool. You may have noticed that my implementation is based on the Kimball approach, also known as the bottom-up approach. Here, each one of my dimension tables are connected to the fact table by making use of a primary key foreign key relationship. It shows us no changes detected, which means the cube has been successfully deployed. Here we could play around with the different dimensions and measures. Once deployed, the cube allows us to represent data in various combinations of pivot tables. This can be useful for a simple scanning of data. Now we're done with our OLAP cube implementation on the data warehouse. We will move on to the visualization part and attempt to answer the business intelligence case studies. The data warehouse and the OLAP cube means very little without the ability to make sense of the data. This is where data visualization comes handy. I've used Tableau to visualize my data. As you can see, the SQL Server, the corresponding database, and the resultant cube has been selected as the data source for Tableau. These are all the worksheets I have made to answer my business intelligence case study questions. Now, let's look at the case studies. I have 3 case studies which I have answered with the help of different graphical representations. The first one compares city, store, and customer demographics dimensions to the quantitative sales index measure. The second one works around the product, purchase, and customer dimensions to the total sales measure. And the last case study is answered with the help of date dimension as well as the results from the sentiment analysis which was carried out before. This is the end of my presentation and the video, and I would like to thank you for listening.